Have you ever had a day where you have a mountain of work to do, but you physically cannot make yourself move? You're not sleeping. You're not relaxing. You're just lying there, staring at your phone for 5 hours, watching videos you don't even like, while a voice in your head screams at you to get up. The internet calls this bed rotting. Your parents probably call it laziness, but psychology has a different name for it: functional freeze. And here is the truth that might change your life. You aren't staying in bed because you don't care. You're staying in bed because your nervous system has decided you are no longer safe to operate. Let's decode the psychology of why high-achieving people suddenly shut down and the difference between resting and rotting. 1. The dorsal vagal shutdown. First, we have to look at biology. You know about fight or flight, right? That's when your body floods with adrenaline to handle stress. But there is a third state that people forget: the freeze response. Psychologists call this dorsal vagal shutdown. Think of your brain like a laptop. If you open 50 tabs, run a heavy gaming program, and never turn it off, eventually the fan spins too loud, and the laptop forces a shutdown to prevent the hard drive from melting. That is bed rotting. It is not a character flaw, it is a biological safety switch. Your brain has detected that you are overstimulated and overwhelmed, so it pulls the emergency brake to force you to stop processing information. 2. The high-functioning paradox. Notice who this happens to. It rarely happens to people who don't care about their future. It happens to the perfectionists. It happens to the gifted students. This is the high-functioning paradox. You spend your entire day masking, forcing yourself to be productive, social, and on for the world. You suppress your exhaustion to get through classes or work. When you finally get home and hit the mattress, your brain realizes it doesn't have to perform anymore, and it crashes. The rot isn't a sign that you are lazy. It's the receipt for the energy you spent faking it all day. 3. Numbing is not rest. This is the most dangerous trap. We trick ourselves into thinking, I'm just resting. But there is a massive psychological difference between restoration and dissociation. Real rest activates the parasympathetic nervous system. It rebuilds you. You feel better afterward. Bed rotting usually involves high-speed scrolling on social media. This floods your brain with cheap dopamine while your body stays paralyzed. You are numbing your anxiety, not fixing it. That's why you can lie in bed for 10 hours and feel more tired than when you started. You aren't recharging, you're buffering. 4. The shame cycle. Here is why you stay stuck. As you lie there, the inner critic wakes up. You start bullying yourself. Look at you, you're wasting your life. Everyone else is working. Psychologically, this self-criticism is viewed by the brain as a threat. So, what does your brain do when it feels threatened? It doubles down on the freeze response. The more you hate yourself for not moving, the harder it becomes to move. You are trapping yourself in a loop of shame. The solution. So, how do you break the freeze? The answer is counterintuitive. Stop trying to force it. You cannot scream your nervous system into safety. You have to signal safety. Drop the dopamine. Put the phone across the room. The scrolling is the glue keeping you stuck. Micro movements. Don't try to go run a mile. Just wiggle your toes, then stretch your arms, then sit up. These small movements tell your vagus nerve, we are not dead. We are safe to move. Change the environment. Move from the bed to the chair. Just changing your physical location can reboot the system. So, the next time you find yourself rotting, don't judge it. Recognize it. Your battery is dead. Don't beat yourself up for needing to charge. Just make sure you're actually plugging into a power source and not just draining the battery faster. If you love understanding the hidden patterns behind why we do what we do, hit that subscribe button. Because here, we don't just judge the behavior, we decode the mind.